They say the most significant changes in global finance never arrive with loud declarations or breaking news alerts. Instead, they begin in silence, in decisions made in conference rooms where no cameras are allowed. And that is exactly where the story of Iraq's lower denomination banknotes begins. Not with public announcements, but with quiet signals that only those who pay close attention can recognize. Here on Currency Revalue, we break down this hidden story in a way everyone can understand. For decades, Iraq's dinar has existed in large denominations, like 25,000 and 50,000 dinar notes, used for everyday spending. This was not always normal. These oversized bills became necessary only after years of conflict, inflation, and economic pressure weakened the dinar's purchasing power. But large bills are not the sign of a strong economy. They are a sign of recovery in progress. So when news began surfacing about newly designed lower denomination notes, small value bills like 1, 5, 10, and 20 dinars, something became abundantly clear to those who understand currency reform. Iraq is preparing for a stronger dinar. Smaller bills do not appear in an economy unless that currency is expected to hold greater value. In simple terms, these notes are being created for the value that is coming, not the value that exists today. To understand this better, let's talk about the Central Bank of Iraq's long-standing monetary reform project known as deleting the zeros. Many people misunderstand this phrase. It does not mean removing value, it means restoring value. When the dinar lost strength years ago, zeros were added to maintain usability. A loaf of bread that used to cost 1 dinar began costing 1,000, and salaries that were once 100 dinars turned into 1 million. The central bank intends to reverse this inflation effect by bringing the dinar back to a stable, respected value. But restoring a currency is not as simple as flipping a switch. Iraq needed stronger foreign reserves, stable oil output, improved international banking relationships, and a system to reduce corruption. Over the last several years, Iraq has gradually built these foundations. Foreign currency reserves increased, digital banking infrastructure improved, trade agreements expanded, confidence in the financial system strengthened. These achievements created an environment suitable for controlled currency appreciation. This is why the introduction of lower denominations is so meaningful. These smaller notes only serve a purpose after the purchasing power of the dinar increases. The notes are already designed, tested, and prepared, but they have not yet been released publicly. Why? Because currency revaluations are never announced early. If they were, powerful investors or foreign interests could exploit the timing and destabilize the market. The central bank must protect its transition, strategically and quietly. So the central bank continues to speak carefully. They confirm economic reform is ongoing, while denying dramatic announcements to avoid speculation. But meanwhile, bank systems modernize, trade links grow, and the monetary structure shifts behind the scenes. This communication pattern is not new. It is exactly how Kuwait, Germany, South Korea, and many other nations managed their currency transitions throughout history. The change is never announced. The change is revealed. And now Iraq stands in its own moment of transition. The release of lower denomination notes will not be dramatic or sudden. It will start slowly. The notes may quietly appear in banks first. The exchange rate may adjust gradually before shifting to its intended value. Digital payment systems will continue expanding to help stabilize the adaptation. But the introduction of these notes will mark something undeniable, a return to normal purchasing power. Imagine buying food with a 10 dinar note, not a 10,000 dinar note. Imagine salaries written simply again, without rows of zeros. That is what economic stability looks like. This story is not just about currency holders. It is about a nation reclaiming its financial footing. A nation stepping into stability, trade strength, and global presence. And here, on Currency Revalue, we follow these signals, the ones hidden in plain sight. Because the release of lower denominations is not rumor. It is preparation. It is alignment. It is movement. And the world is getting closer to understanding what these notes were truly designed for. Stay aware. Stay informed. This is Currency Revalue, and the story is just beginning.